Hello, everyone. I am Surfer Dude.
I'm Necrothon.
Mr. Fluffs.
And we have a special guest today. We have our friend Corey here today.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. So, this is our podcast episode 5. It's recorded on May 1st, 2015. And we have a lot to talk about. Well, we don't have much in game news, but we're slowly switching to a weekly cycle with our podcast. So, we got a fair amount. Some major topics, some not, some silly topics, and some personal stories to kind of fill in the gaps. But I got a few stories for you guys.
All right.
Oh, you do? Okay, good.
Yeah.
And wait.
So I guess it's well. First, let's talk a little bit about Corey. So Corey is a new intern, I guess, for us. He is kind of doing some editing for us, but I'm also gonna train him in animation later on. But what's your experience so far, Corey, of us?
What's my what?
What's your experience with us so far? Like, what do you think? Like, you had a few of our episodes and stuff.
He's been editing our episodes, right?
Yeah, I've been editing a few things.
Yeah, what did you edit? I forget.
I've edited. Let's see. There was the Killing Floor.
Yeah.
The Killing Floor.
That was fun.
Did you? Yeah, you recorded that ages ago.
Yeah,
didn't you?
it was. We recorded it. Last year for Halloween, and then it kind of.
Was it last year?
Yeah.
From your personal channel.
We were doing it. Yeah, we were on when it was on my personal channel. We were recording October month of horror.
Yeah, October Horror Month.
Yeah, that was like the last week we recorded it, and then it just fell into limbo for a while.
I remember we had problems in that game, right?
We basically sucked at the game.
Oh yeah, that's a problem.
User error.
Yeah, it was. It's like Payday. You have to fail like a good 100 times before you get better at it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I remember now. I think I was the first one to go.
But yeah. Yeah, I think you were both times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we kept messing up on the names of the creatures too. Like
I didn't even get.
It was like the participant, but it turned out to be the patriarch or something.
The participants.
Yeah, the participants.
I don't remember that. I need to watch it.
No.
Yeah. It's out now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go watch it.
Both episodes.
Yeah.
Edited.
I actually did not see the first episode.
But you watched the second one?
No, neither.
Okay. Neither.
No. I'm saying because on Facebook I only saw Killing Floor episode 2 is that, but I never saw episode 1
because right now I don't have it set up to automatically feed it, so I have to feed it manually. So that's
right. Okay. All right.
We're in this weird limbo with our page because you can do it if you have a personal YouTube or Facebook account, but since we have a business page, it doesn't auto feed into that. So if I did set it up right, it would just feed to my Surfer Dude Facebook, not Podcade.
Oh, okay.
So I have to figure out how to do it because people can do it somehow. Okay. But yeah, I'm enjoying Corey editing our videos because that means I don't have to edit.
Yeah.
Because
edit less.
Yeah.
Edit less.
I can edit. I don't like to edit, but I can edit. I can only watch it like 1 or 2 times, and then after that, I'm like, I'm done. It's good enough. Just put it out there.
Yeah, that's where we differ because I love editing.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. He actually
watch it over and over. I don't care.
So
awesome.
You guys, we did a discussion on Serious Smash Brothers and what was the other one? Ori. We did game discussion on that, and he took his time on that, and he came up with a really good opening sequence when we did that countdown thing.
Okay.
He did a really good editing, but
5.
he took his time because he was having fun with it. I'm like, good, you have fun. I'll be over here getting tea and other stuff.
It was literally, I think that was like literally 5 seconds that I took like half an hour on or something.
Yeah.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah.
You took your time.
Yeah, it takes an hour. Once
Which I mean,
I think I would have given up too.
I don't think I would have taken that much time if I'd been like experienced or something. But I'm learning.
Yeah, you're starting out, but I recommend learning editing on Let's Plays because it's just pure editing, no pre-production.
Yeah, this is like one of the most basic things that you can start out with.
Yeah, it's just pure editing. So I'm glad you like it and stuff. But yeah, I know you don't play too many video games because
no, unfortunately not. I don't own any consoles. I have a very low grade PC.
Yeah. How do you live?
I know.
How do I live? I don't know. I watch videos.
Gaming for the poor.
That's exactly what I do. I watch videos. I watch videos like Podcade, a bunch of Let's Players, a bunch of...
Twitch streams and stuff?
Yeah, Twitch streams, absolutely. Especially now since it's getting so much more popular, so much more viewers, and with that comes a higher a higher quality, especially to the people who are more dedicated.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah,
I think eventually we will do Twitch streaming too, right?
well, that's we were going to talk about that off air to kind of discuss what could we do.
Scratch that.
Yeah, coming soon. But yeah, we're going to talk about that a little bit later because as far as Twitch streaming, I just know it's just like live doing a let's play, but you have a live audience with you, and that's where my knowledge stops.
Yeah, basically the biggest difference is that you are interacting with your audience as you're playing. So it's a lot more focus on the viewers.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think
which isn't to say that let's playing isn't focused on viewers, but it's
right. It's just like a whole nother genre of let's play that we need to play with a little bit.
It's not that different.
It's not too different, but it is. It's different enough to call it another genre.
Okay.
But yeah, you. What kinds of games do you follow? Do you like sci-fi, shooters?
All types.
Okay.
I mean,
All types. Nice.
I always like indie games because they're a lot. It's almost like background noise at some points. There's a lot of Twitch viewers who just pull up somebody, start watching, start listening, and then put them in another tab while they're working on homework. You know,
While
they
they're
just like
working
listening.
on
They just
work.
like having somebody
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah. All right. That sounds pretty good. Have you been watching any streams lately, like for this past week, that you want to mention, or
Not in particular.
nothing?
I mean,
Nothing really came out this week. Did it?
I watched the Trials of Osiris
Trials of Osiris.
Twitch reveal.
It
was okay.
Is that like a?
That's the PvP.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, for Destiny.
Oh yeah, I just assumed you would know what it was.
What do you got? I thought it was like a point and click adventure. I'm like, okay.
No. It's the DLC PvP endgame content. Right?
Yeah.
Did any more news come out of Destiny in terms of like I know they did a bunch of live streaming and such about the new DLC.
Okay, they're done with. They did the Reef reveal. They did Osiris reveal. Next week they will do Prison of Elders reveal, and there's going to be another Twitch stream that they have not said what they're going to talk about.
Okay.
Supposed to surprise. I don't know what they're going to reveal there. Yeah, I don't know. So that's going to be
Well, I
good to
don't think
watch.
anyone here. Well, did you watch the streaming, Corey, of the Destiny?
no, I did not.
I don't think Gage did because he's been working a lot.
Who?
Or Necro.
It's all right.
Yeah.
People already know my name.
No, well, that's your
Well, yeah,
no.
Necro.
Yeah, well, we have for the people that don't know, we have alternate names to not forget the logos. You know, you can't really apply for a job when you call
When-
Necrofied.
Right.
Yeah, Mr. Fluffs.
Well, Mr. Fluss might be able to get away with it. Just need to come up with first time.
That's true.
Fluffy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because Facebook didn't let me. I tried to put Mr. as a first name. It wouldn't let me.
No, would it?
No.
Wow.
Like, if you want to put what was that surname? I think it said. Like,
Well, you could like spell it out like, MIST.
That doesn't work.
It doesn't work?
That's
Really?
not my name.
No way.
My name is MR period Fluffs.
Yeah,
Mr. Fluffs.
I get it.
Damn.
Anyway, but
What
yeah.
were we talking about?
I don't know.
The Destiny
Twitch-
live stream.
Twitch and all that, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Can you report on what the live streaming, like what you saw that was like pretty cool, or?
You know how I am with details.
I know.
But basically, it's gonna be 3 versus 3.
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna be one map for the whole weekend because that PvP event thing is only me Friday through Tuesday, kind of like Xur,
Mm-hmm.
but a little bit more.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be like you get a ticket, and I think if you win 7 games, it's kind of like a punch out card, punch card, and you win 7 times, and you go take it to that one vendor, the brother in the tower, and you're gonna exchange it for an exotic gear or weapon.
Is it random or do you get to pick?
No, I think you get to pick.
Sweet.
Or there might be like
There's like 3 to pick from for that week, and then okay.
yeah, things like that. And it's gonna
Because you
change every week or something like that.
because Destiny is not that much rewarding to pick any exotic under the sun.
Yeah.
It's not that rewarding. But did you see it? What about like so that was PvP like Crucible stuff. What about the PvE?
It's pretty much the same.
Just more. Just
Well, it will be kind of like Iron Banner, where level counts.
Mhm.
So it will be like that.
But what about I assume there's like a whole new like quote unquote planet to explore or reef to explore. Or is it,
you know, no, it's gonna change maps.
no, like
There's gonna be different maps per week.
well, is it like like how you can go on free roam in Mars or something? Is there a free roam part of the?
No, it's like playing a PvP match.
Okay, so it's basically just show up to a another tower, and then you can do multiplayer stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
Long pause.
I know
Yes.
there's more, non PvP stuff like levels and such. So I guess you just didn't see it or something because
Well, that's what the I always forget to say.
the reef.
No, the Prison of Elders is for. That's the non-PvP endgame content for
Okay.
the DLC.
All right.
So there's for PvP and for PvE, so it will be good.
Is it? It's May 19th, isn't it?
Release date, yes.
Yeah.
19th.
Good. So we'll see it in a couple weeks. I'm still debating on if we have time to record a Let's Play on that. I think we'll do a little
I
bit.
think we agreed on waiting until Friday
Yeah, and
because
then
it releases on I think it's Tuesday or Wednesday.
it's always Tuesday. Game releases are always Tuesday, but we record Fridays, so we always have
and
to
then
wait.
we have to edit it.
Well, once we record it, then it's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
we have to wait like 3 days
yeah,
Right.
right.
Not a big
to
deal.
even touch it. I'm not allowed to touch it.
That's fine.
Yeah, I think there's other games to play. Like I also saw you were watching the State of Decay stream. For a
Oh,
little bit.
Yes.
I was watching it because I was waiting for it to release.
Oh,
Yeah, because I pre-bought it
uh-huh.
and I had to wait like 2 hours for it to release because it was gonna release 12 midnight Eastern time, which for us was like 10
Oh,
or 9.
Yeah.
something
So
like that.
so I had to wait until 9. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I'll watch a Twitch.
But then I text you. I'm like, so pro tip: don't get caught on fire. And you're like, what?
I don't remember. I am pretty sure it's something that I did wrong in an episode.
No, it was I lit myself on fire in our Let's Play of State of Decay.
Oh, is that what you did?
Yeah, I threw a Molotov, I hit the door frame, and then light me on
Uh-huh.
fire.
Well, that's what happened to me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, didn't you bought that too? Right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Oh, you have more time in it than me.
Yes.
You have like 9 hours.
Yeah.
I have like 4.
I have a lot of like recordings DVR. There's some really pretty disgusting
Yeah.
things on there. That you just
have
need
you
to
died?
watch. Huh?
Have you died? Have you killed any of your survivors?
Yes, I've killed 3 people.
3 people.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not proud of that.
That's in 9 hours though.
Yes.
Okay, I killed. You know the DLC character you
Yes.
get, the bonus one for
Yes.
pre-ordering it.
Yes.
I killed her.
You killed her.
I killed the main guy, Marcus,
Oh my
and
god.
I killed Maya, which is like the main girl, chick.
I killed.
Wait,
Mayu.
wait.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I killed them in less than 20 minutes. All 3 of them.
Really?
Yes.
Wait, are you just guys marching these guys out into the streets?
No, no. Okay, I got the DLC character, and I
Uh-huh.
went off to. I think it was fight some hordes or something. Because you know how you get lots of hordes.
Okay, in the car.
Oh yeah.
No. That's the thing. Without a car.
Oh, so run.
That's why.
Yes.
And then, oh, she died because she was by herself.
Okay.
And then I got a mission where I was as playing as Maya at the time, and Marcus got a mission to go to this one place far away to exchange resources with some other group of people.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So he's all like, "Hey, accompany me," and stuff. And I'm like, "Oh, okay." Maya has really low stamina, so
Yeah,
like, okay,
she
we'll
does.
walk there so I could get more stamina, raise my stamina level.
Right.
That was a bad mistake because I went in kind of like into a cornfield. There were a ton of zombies.
Yeah.
You
And,
should
like,
know-
sometimes, like,
They
it's
killed
random.
Marcus,
Yeah.
and like 10 seconds later, they killed me. They killed
Wow.
Maya, and that was it.
You've seen The Walking Dead, though. You should know. Always take the safe route.
Yeah, but like in the game, like certain areas that like, you go to, like it's totally random. Like there could be like a few zombies, or there could be
A ton.
more-
Yeah, but
like, there could be
You
a
just,
ton.
but from what it sounds like, you just marched into a cornfield, just like nah, right?
Well, yeah, I just saw like 3 zombies over there, 2 zombies on the
It's like,
right,
yeah, it's
like
fine.
that. Okay, I can make it. I'll kill
I
them,
can
whatever.
make it.
See,
But then there's like a whole horde behind you, or
Yeah.
2,
Yeah, and they come
you
out
just-
of nowhere.
and you try running,
Yeah,
and you get tired,
yeah.
so you can't run anymore.
I know,
yeah,
but still, I
and
would
then
have
you
taken
eat like a
like,
Twinkie and it does shit.
Yeah, you could run for 2
seriously.
more seconds, but whatever.
but yeah. So I from what I only played like a little after what we did in Let's Plays, and then I just stopped. But I always wanted to go back into that game because they did.
Uh-huh.
They did quite a bit with the DLC with that, but then they also made like, I think a DLC that changed something that you could like it was like you were soldiers now or something, and it was like another whole new game?
That's Lifeline. Like you play as the soldiers like in a city,
Okay.
or that's like one of the DLCs. But yeah.
So this is was it State of Decay Year 1?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
so it comprises of State of Decay, Lifeline, and State of Decay Breakdown.
Yes.
Is that what it is? Yes.
I believe so. Yeah.
So the game plus all the DLC.
Yes,
I
and-
believe that's 2 DLCs, right?
Yeah, Breakdown is kind of like a continuation of the
Yeah.
actual game, except without the story. So you could pretty much play forever.
Okay.
Okay.
Kind of. I mean, like
I have
it's-
not touched the other 2. I just
Yeah, I mean,
went on the first one and died, and then
Yeah.
the game was all like, "Oh, all your survivors have died."
No.
So it just gave me a random person, which is weaker than the ones I had.
Yeah.
I think by that point you kind of just have to restart over.
I think I will eventually do that. Yeah.
But yeah, I'll try dumping into it. Corey, do you have any? Have you seen this game before, State of Decay?
No, I can't say I have.
Okay.
It's an Xbox exclusive, so
What-
not many people
It's
know.
very
it,
addicting.
actually.
Was it
Very
Xbox?
Yeah.
Oh wait, it was on PC too.
Xbox and PC.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, they finally moved to the PC.
Well, I think what they did is they had 360 and PC, and I bought it for both. And then for the Xbox One, they basically just took the PC version and they put it on Xbox One. Because
Yeah.
I guess.
it's the Xbox One is basically a console or a PC, miniature PC. So free money. But yeah,
But we did get a discount
me.
for
Well, I bought on sale.
I didn't, because I didn't buy it on the
because you
360.
didn't buy it
Yeah.
before.
I bought it
I
on sale
did.
for $20.
Oh, good for you.
That's what I got it for, $20
Mm-mm.
with 40 cents.
Mm.
So I paid 40 cents more than you.
Okay,
But I got all the DLC
I got all the DLC too.
and the character and the gun and that cool van. Well, not van, RV, non-RV.
It's an RV or a van? Or
No, it's a
minivan? Station wagon?
it's like a minivan, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
minivan,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I think it helps transporting large
Yeah.
groups of people.
Oh, so
No, I realized that you know how you load your rucksack,
Sure.
right?
yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
That you could put rucksacks in the trunk of the cars.
Yes.
See, I like that because you can.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I do like how you can use the trunks of vehicles. Like, there's been a few zombie games and something where you could drive a car, can't play anything in it though,
Yeah.
Right.
which sucks because it's like it's a car. You can live in a car.
Yeah.
But yeah, did you guys hear that one news story? It was I think a month or two back that it was about the borrowed textures for State of Decay.
No.
No,
Borrowed?
borrowed or it was. Okay, I'll back it up. So the developers of State of Decay, they were upgrading the textures for. I think it was either for the PC or for the Xbox One. They were upgrade the textures because before they were using like a very low quality version of the textures and stuff, and so they were polishing it up, and so they expanded it out. But then, like as they were looking at the textures, they noticed some objects hidden in the textures.
Ah.
Can you take a guess what those objects were?
Profanity? I don't know.
Penile,
Phallus.
testicles.
Are you trying to say penis?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Wait,
I'm trying to keep
where?
it PG.
Where?
Penis.
In the
In the texture files?
They took it out though.
Oh, they did.
It was not official version, but then the story leaked through other people that
So where was or like where were these textures?
it was all textures pretty much.
They
So
were all over the place.
so you would walk outside, look up in the sky, and there was a giant penis in there. In the sky.
Oh.
Yeah,
Why did they take it out?
I know. That's
That
not
would've
say
been
It would have
so
sold so many
funny.
copies.
I know.
Oh my god, Maya died, but there's a penis in there.
But yeah, obviously it got taken out
Yeah.
because
Oh, by the way, Maya died on my thing, and she got ripped in half.
ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, and
Do
it,
you
recorded
actually
it,
see
too.
this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
it records it
It
by itself.
recorded it.
Like, this is how you die.
Okay.
And I killed the doctor, and I killed the
the
one
doc-
character, Gage Lorenz, whose first name is Gage, which is funny
Nice.
Why is
Yeah.
it funny?
because
I don't know.
I know someone whose name is Gage.
Okay.
He's a very good friend.
All right. So I think that's what you guys been up to for the last couple weeks or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
playing
much.
that.
And then I also watched the trailer to Attack on Titan.
Oh, the live action.
Nice.
one?
Yes.
Nice.
I saw
It
it
looks
in
good,
Japanese,
right?
But yeah,
It was in my subscription feed, and I skipped
Yes.
over it because
I'd still go see it.
It's a Japan release only.
I
though.
know, but
But I think it was, I want to say Sony
yeah, maybe something like
already bought the rights for the websites, like Titan the Movie America or something like that.
Yeah.
I thought they owned that a while ago. Like they were the ones that got the project going. I think.
Well, I have no idea.
In
Oh.
Japan?
I think so.
No.
Japan does.
Wait,
what
it might
Japan
not have been
does. I don't
Sony
know.
then.
Maybe. I don't know. I just. Anyway,
But I watched Interstellar.
Oh.
which one?
that
That one.
with
It was good.
He was good.
It was good.
You watched it for the first time?
For the first time.
Oh my
yes.
goodness! Yeah.
Did you see it, Corey?
Yes, I saw it like 3 times in theaters.
Oh, wow.
Bought it-
Really?
Yeah, bought it on Blu-ray and everything.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
What's great,
that
what's
movie is-
really, really great is
Uh-huh.
that I have a Blu-ray player,
Oh, nice.
Uh-huh.
and it does not play the Blu-ray.
What?
It does not play the Blu-ray. It is a Blu-ray player that does not play Blu-rays well.
Why?
I don't know what's
it
wrong
might
with
be
the
that
thing.
you have
It's
a
just
double Blu-ray.
Hmm?
It might be a double Blu-ray because I know some Blu-rays come like with double layers.
no. My Blu-ray player is just
It just
You tried to
bad.
oh okay.
Okay. Is
You know
it
what you
cheap?
should
Was
get?
it cheap
You should get a PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
They have Blu-rays
or an Xbox One?
or an Xbox One. Yeah, they have them too. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just go home and convince my family to go buy a PlayStation.
Yeah.
Hey guys, you know what we really need?
Xbox One.
Forget about food.
Or get or funding
But yeah.
from Podcade.
Yeah. That movie's 2 hours 45 minutes long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of
Oh man,
content.
it is so worth it though.
It is.
It
It
is.
is.
Oh.
It is.
Yeah. I thought the robots were the funniest people in the
Oh
whole
yeah,
series.
Tars and
Were-
Case were like the best parts.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they
Well,
were
wait.
kind of weird though.
Hold on one second. Necro, did you see this movie?
No, I have not.
Okay, so don't go into
Oh.
spoilers.
Oh yeah, no spoilers. I
Ah.
already
You
know.
could tell me. I don't care.
Well,
No,
yeah,
no, I don't want to spoil.
You
it.
will
Just-
care when you
You
have
when
to
you
watch
see
it.
it. You will care.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
we won't go into too much spoilers, but
So yeah, Necro, watch it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. But yeah, that was pretty good. I also it reminded me a lot of Gravity. I like that one.
I have not seen Gravity,
I have seen Gravity.
Okay.
but it does deal with gravity stuff in there.
Well,
So maybe
it's-
that's why.
it's space.
I was gonna see that one, and then I saw Interstellar, and I felt like I would go back to see that one, and I would have like the experience taken away from. You know,
Yeah.
like I've seen something so visually stunning and amazing.
Yes.
Now I go back to this one, and it's like,
Yeah,
it's
whatever.
all right.
That's
all right.
Well, Gravity is is all about orbiting around this Earth. And
Right.
Stellar is going.
Yeah,
away
I
from
mean,
Earth.
I know
So-
what Gravity is about. And
Yeah.
the whole premise, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
well,
it's
from someone that's seen both, I would still say go see Gravity, even
enough.
though
And
it's,
apparently,
it's,
like,
it's
how
pretty
many
good.
Yeah, because
scientists
it got
are-
really good reviews.
The music
Yeah.
alone is something you need to just go
Yeah?
see. The music is
fair
really,
enough. I love a good soundtrack.
The movie was good, but like I heard the scientists were all pissed off.
Yeah.
It was so like inaccurate or something like that. I don't know.
Well, no, it was just
Space
like-
pajamas.
Yeah.
Well, no, every sci-fi movie
Yeah.
is
But
inaccurate.
you have to make it dramatic because then it's going to be boring.
That's
you know?
something I liked about Interstellar, though. It's like they made the whole movie
Yeah.
along the way with like an actual physicist, with an actual astrophysicist
Oh, really?
along the way
Wow.
to tell them,
Well-
hey, this is. Yeah, they stretch some limits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They stretch the limit. Yes.
There was one,
But,
like
uh,
one point in the movie when you, towards the end, it was like, okay, we've left the realm.
Yeah,
of-
there it goes into like 2001
you mean
Space
the-
Odyssey
Yeah.
territory. Yeah, but,
Yeah.
But
Well,
they tried to pretty much make it
They
realistic.
tried to make everything that they could realistic. That was kind of something
Well,
that they
yeah.
laid down right off the bat, and I really appreciate that because it just makes it seem. One of my favorite authors is Michael Crichton, and what he does, he takes all of the he researches and
Yeah.
it comes through in his books. You know, everything is explained, and it seems real when you read it. But
That's cool.
You know, you're never gonna see people getting shrunk down to microscopic size
Right, yeah.
and go through a human body in the Fantastic Voyage or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
It's like that. It feels realistic, so
But, yeah.
it just seems that much better.
Yeah.
You know?
In terms of the gravity thing about the scientist, I think it was no sci-fi movie is accurate. Well, sort of accurate. There's always like the one detail or something that allows the plot. I think for like Interstellar was like a faster and light than travel gravity thing.
Yeah,
Right.
wormhole.
Like they're just like, you know, okay, let's fudge this one detail just so we can go to this area. Then we'll be realistic. After
Wait,
that,
what are you talking about?
Interstellar.
Faster than light?
Anyway, there's just like that. It's really hard. to go
It's not
from
a
here-
spoiler to talk about a wormhole in that
Yeah,
movie.
let's
It's
just say
basically
wormhole.
like a yeah.
No, but
They
that,
call it a wormhole.
but that is a thing.
It's
Yeah,
a theory.
it is.
It's a theory.
It's a theory.
Like,
Well, yeah,
It's
nobody's ever like
We know
shown
about
just
one.
like
holes, but
when
yeah,
they
we don't
cross the horizon.
Right.
right.
Nobody knows
Event
what
horizon,
is
Yeah.
above,
Beyond
after it, beyond it. There you go.
Yeah,
that was the
beyond.
word.
I'm
But
just,
they make their own.
yeah, I'm just saying, in terms of movies, to make them exciting and interesting, they fudged the details a little bit just to say,
Of course.
move the story along and stuff. And in terms of gravity, there was just like, there were certain things that they fudged. I forget what it was, but then the people were like saying, "Oh, it's so realistic." I'm like, scientists are like, "No, not really." But then there was that one scientist that's like, I think the one that I think Necro was talking about, which is like he really nailed against this, movie really hard, and it's just like no.
But it's still a good movie.
Yeah. But yeah. Let's see what else was there. I guess I could talk about my story.
Okay, go ahead.
So yeah. It's been kind of getting hot lately.
A little bit.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a
You
little bit
don't
hot.
say.
Yeah. Did you guys know those white deodorant sticks that those white kind of pasty white deodorant sticks?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys know when it gets really really hot, those things melt?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Oh, you.
No. So sometimes I toss like a stick just in my car. So if if I'm out and about, it's hot.
No.
Yeah. You never put it in your car.
Well, no, for a couple years I had like gel ones, not pasty ones.
Oh, okay.
So gel ones, I guess apparently last a little bit longer in the heat and stuff.
Which is weird. Yeah.
This time
It's kind of weird.
this time I tossed the white one in there, and then I was like, I was about to go to class. I'm like, I'm gonna put a little bit on. It's a little hot today, so I open it up and it's empty. I'm like, wait, this is a new stick. What happened to it? I look in my glove box and there's a giant.
Oh, no.
It gets better. So there's a giant white thing, and then I pick out the first thing that was laying on top of it.
What was it?
It was my 3DS.
Oh!
Yeah.
So there was white stuff all over your 3DS.
So for the people that don't know, I just pulled
Does
out.
it still work?
It actually does.
Okay, good.
There was a lot in the middle of the hinge. It was closed, but it was staying on this, and then
Wow.
it went all under here. I scraped a little bit off just so I could turn it on to see it does. One speaker might not work anymore because there was like a little bit of residue around it, but the other one it still works.
Oh.
It turns on and everything, and there's sound and stuff, but
Yes.
for the most part,
I'll buy it off of you for a cheap price.
nah, I don't think good.
Just don't go showing that around. Everybody will just think you just got excited or something.
You know, I think there was an article where it says that you could watch stuff on the 3DS
You can, I know.
while on Wi-Fi.
It's an electronic. You can watch anything on that topic on anything electronic. But anyway, but yeah, I don't have to worry about my 3DS getting sweaty anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
It smells good too.
That's true.
Yeah. But that's kind of
You never have to worry about sweaty hands anymore.
Yeah. It's minty fresh. But yeah, in terms of games I've been playing, I finally the Broken Age 2 Part 2 came out, and I played Part 1 like about last January. Not this past January, but the January before that, so about 15 months or so. We've been waiting for Part 2, and it finally came out this week, and I played that, and Broken Age is pretty good. It's for people that don't know, it's
Like me.
yeah, it's a point and click adventure game. It's by people that did that are Double Fine, that are really well known for that.
Okay.
Tim Schafer was another big. This is kind of like the project that kicked off the whole Kickstarter frenzy, like this project. So, and they raised like a crazy amount back then. It was like like 5 million or something. Do you remember the total? It was like something really high.
And that was a huge amount.
Well, back then it was a huge amount. Now
And
it's
today we have an 80 million
Star Citizen.
Star Citizen.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, but it was pretty big back then when it was like before Kickstarter got really big. It was before that, so yeah, it was pretty good. The puzzles were a bit challenging towards the end, but that was just because it's the end of the game. They has to be challenging. But seeing how it was just so long going from Part 1 to Part 2, I got a little bit fuzzy in that mindset. So you gotta think outside the box with those kinds of games. So it was getting towards like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna read the cliff notes on line just to skip through it because I couldn't go to sleep and not finish the story. So I'm like, I gotta see it. Sorry, man. It kind of. I wish I could see more of the story towards the end, but it was good overall. It's pretty good. So I recommend it. Surfer, thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a puzzle game. I don't think I'll play it.
It's all right.
You and your puzzle games.
I know, right?
Well, it's not technically a puzzle game. It's a point-and-click adventure game
Okay.
with some puzzles. But other than that,
I'll stick to my first-person shooter.
okay. Other than that, I've been working on getting a little bit of progress at Gray and Skies, doing some solo recording.
Okay.
Stuff,
Good.
trying to get a little bit more progress and stuff while Mr. Flops takes a nap on the grass and
I'm
stuff.
still waiting for my debut of my character going on there.
We'll talk about that later
Yes.
on. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I did. I mean, otherwise I've just been working. I've been recruiting like people like Corey and stuff to help run Podcade and stuff, so I can like see daylight every now and then. We're getting close to. We're either at or about to cross getting with 3 of us or 4 of us, 10 people officially part of Podcade or interning at Podcade for the summer. We're going to go into doing some production videos and such. More on that later, but yeah, for that is about it for now. But yeah, so we got some news to talk about.
What's this 10 years of YouTube thing? This is the first I've heard of it.
Yeah, so YouTube just updated their webpage for today. I don't know if it's...
Oh, was it today?
I guess it's today. This is the first time I saw it today.
Okay, yeah, me too. That's why I'm asking.
So, but apparently it's been 10 years of YouTube.
Really?
So, yeah.
2006.
Yeah.
All right.
It's pretty good. They have a webpage or their homepage of like all the famous YouTube videos of like Charlie Bit My Finger, the evolution of dance. That was
Sneezing
I
Panda.
remember.
My finger.
I don't know if that they're going alphabetically, so we want to see that later on. What was that? Old Spice commercial?
Oh, yeah.
that one got pretty
Love
famous.
Old Spice.
Hello, ladies.
Hello, ladies.
I actually bought Old Spice
You have
because
the
of that
voice.
commercial.
I do.
Really?
I have the whole commercial memorized too.
Awesome.
Would you like to say one of them
Yes.
right now? With
What?
us?
No, just the one that you brought up. I don't know if I
that
want
was-
to do it
that
right
was-
now, but you know.
Yeah, that was,
Hello, ladies.
yeah,
Look down, Becca.
yeah. That was a classic one. I'm kind of sad that they don't do those commercials anymore. They just did like a promo or something where they had like a camera that followed like a guy in the woods and
Oh yeah, that was on Twitter. I did actually watch some of that when they did
it was
that.
kind of weird.
It was awkward.
Yeah, like because they're
awkward.
sometimes the people would type like I'm the voice in your like you could make the guy say something sometimes. I don't know what he
They
said.
got like tons of requests and things. Somebody filtered through them and
Yeah.
sent them to the guy who was walking around, and
Yeah.
he just do whatever they
I
said.
did not watch this.
No.
Like
well,
most of it was just the guy, like saying things,
Yeah.
saying strange things, but or dancing or
like
something.
I'm the voice in your head.
Yeah.
I only know about it because they've been plastering YouTube with all the ads for it to go check it out. The live
yeah.
stream. Like
So you eventually
no, I prefer the Hello Ladies. I think his first name is Mufasa.
Yes.
Yes.
No, that's his last name. It's Isaiah Mustafa?
Oh, Mustafa?
Yeah, Isaiah Mustafa?
Yeah,
did
they
mustache.
Mustachio.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, anyway, they did a few.
Hello, ladies.
Okay. But yeah, they did a few commercials with that guy. But then they got brought. I think it was Terry Crews.
Terry Crews.
Yes!
I didn't care for those Terry Crews commercials.
No, they were funny.
Bio blocking power.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Focus. So that's all. I'm really interested to see what kind of what kind of videos come up again. I think that OK video with the treadmills, that one was a good classic YouTube video.
Which one?
Where they're on, it's a
You're dancing on the treadmills?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Is
Yeah.
that one of them?
I would think so because that was like a classic YouTube early on.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, I do remember like me and my cousin would just stay up like clicking YouTube videos, and there was just like that wormhole effect of like you see the recommended videos and you just keep
Oh
clicking
yeah,
that.
I do that all the
Down
time.
the rabbit hole.
I don't do it as much anymore because it's like there's just so much YouTube now that it's like there's like just all the videos get recommended that are basically what you just watched, so then it's like kind of just all the same thing. So
Yeah, it always feels weird to me when you're on a video or something and it's got like a very small amount of viewers or something, like a couple hundred people watch this video. Then you look in the recommend and it's like 6 million people watch this video. You should watch it too.
Yeah.
Can we keep it a little low key?
yeah. I don't know.
Well, that's how we want it to be.
Yeah,
Sure, I want to be there.
But yeah, that's.
I want my chance.
Yeah. What's some of your classic YouTube videos that you remember watching way back in the day that were like viral?
Oh dear.
Chocolate rain.
I don't think no, just the Charlie and the
really, really famous ones. What was that one Japanese music video?
that one Japanese music.
Oh,
video.
Gangnam Style.
Oh, you mean Korean?
Oh.
Gangnam Style.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
It's
got
not
pretty
Japanese.
famous.
That was what though? That was like 2012.
Yeah, that was recently.
Is it still the with the most views?
I don't know actually, but I remember getting like it crossed like a few records.
No, well, it crossed the billion.
Yeah. So yeah, it got up there. So yeah, we'll check that. We kind of we did Justin DLC news, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
No, we kind of wrapped that. So I did think of a good topic that we could discuss for a little bit. Is for classic games, how much enjoyment are you supposed to get out of it? I thought of this when the Order 1886 came out, and it was like a 4 or 5 hour game, and it was $60, and people were very upset, and then everyone kind of went away from it after a week. So then I pushed the story because it's like, well, it's over now. There's nothing to really talk about except for it happened.
Yeah.
So
Well, did it have replayability?
no.
Nope.
Oh, okay,
It
so
was
that's
ju-
why
it
it
was-
sucked.
It was basically just a movie that you
Yeah.
helped out. You furthered it along with your actions. and then
$60
It was
movie.
kind of like LA Noire in a sense. You could pick up
LA
objects,
Noir,
look at,
okay, LA Noir though. I mean, you had a lot of different things that you could do, different
Right.
strategies.
Well, I mean, like-
different.
that you
options
can
to
like pick
talk,
up
you know.
objects, look at it, put it
Yeah.
down, look at another object, pick it up, put it down.
But I
Is
did
that how it
enjoy the
was?
game though.
Well, in terms of LA Noire, that's how you solve crimes. In a sense, you
Yeah,
pick up
yeah.
stuff and look at it for.
But
Like,
that game was actually worth it.
It's a very
the
simple
price.
mechanic,
Yeah,
but I mean, at least
yeah,
it worked.
it wasn't $60 worth. I would say $40.
$40.
Yeah,
That's why you wait for sales.
yeah. I got it for $20 on Steam sale.
Nice.
Whatever.
And then I have a GameFly disc kicking around somewhere that I probably have bought 3 times already.
That you should return.
I need to find it and return it, but that's how it goes. But yeah, what is like when you buy a game for $60? What is your kind of estimate that you're gonna get that much enjoyment out of it?
It has to be good.
It has to be really good.
Yeah, like I don't buy many games actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, same
I buy
here.
games.
At full price, no. Many just like the really big ones that I know are gonna be like a AAA, like Halo, Destiny, Evolve, which was a disappointment, but that's. But like I try to buy the small games like Ori, State of Decay.
So like indie games, you like?
Well, they're not. Are they really indie anymore?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess.
technically.
Okay, I guess
they're
yeah,
the top tier of indie games. Say that.
Okay.
They
Then
have
yes,
funding.
that's what I try to get. But if it's gonna be $60 worth, it has to give me a good.
Chunk of time.
I want to say at least 10 to 15 hours.
Like this one guy, he was part of Funhouse, which joined Rooster Teeth recently, and he made a joke, that is for every 1 hour is $1 kind of thing.
$1 1 hour.
So
Yeah.
60 hours.
Yeah, so you get like about 60 hours worth of content is kind of like the ballpark. I think it kind of skews a little bit more that I think for every $5 it's like an hour of content or something, because it takes a lot to make gameplay if you're going on that scale. But then like games like I've been playing Minecraft for 5 years now, solid. That's like Minecraft is like the only game that I play like constantly for a long period of time. Like some games I go back to every now and then, but I'm not constantly playing it.
If I could beat the game in 12 hours, it's not worth $60.
Yeah.
No.
It's not.
I mean,
That's a day. So you're,
Yeah.
No, that's half a day.
No, that's
Oh, okay,
that's
half a day.
Because
Well, you
I
have to
can't do
sleep.
24 hours. That just doesn't go.
I mean, the
I
whole
can probably do it.
I mean, you can't. There's a lot of people that do like speed runs of games and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It is possible to beat a game in a
Because
day.
there was the Metal Gear. What was it? Was it Ground Zeroes that came out first, or
It was like a
Ground
DLC.
Zeroes?
It was a DLC game that was only like 4 hours, right?
no? I'm talking about like the most recent one.
I'm not sure.
You could literally beat the game in 10 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, you could beat the game if you ignored all the side quests, all the you could feasibly beat the game in like 10 or 20 minutes. Probably 20 if you're not like a hardcore gamer.
Right.
But the whole thing with that was
Yeah.
there were all these people that you could rescue, all these side quests that you could do, and that would take up, hours and hours and hours.
Right.
So you would get a full game if you looked for it.
Yeah.
Or if you're a speedrunner, you can beat it in 5.
It's like I think I know what you're talking about. It's but you guys remember Deus Ex? We talked about there was
Yes.
multiple paths
Yeah.
and stuff.
Which one?
Deus Ex. You could like do stealth, or you could do combat.
Oh, okay.
And upgrade.
run and gun or
This
hide.
is Metal Gear is somewhat similar to that method of gameplays. You have multiple ways to go out and do stuff. You can either go guns blazing, or you can do stealth, or a combination of the two or something. So that's why people can do speed runs in 10 minutes or something. But you're missing quite a bit of context, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, the whole reason, I feel like the whole reason there's so much controversy over this particular topic is just because there are so many different, situations that you can find yourself in. You can find yourself in a game that's really story-driven, and it blows you away.
Right.
Like, there's a ton of differences between movies and games, and
Right,
yet... you go to a movie theater and you pay like $15 to see this amazing movie. $15 is a little on the pricey side.
Yeah.
it's
but,
usually 20 for us.
Yeah.
I know what
Or you
theater
could
going to.
or you could go to like IMAX and 3D and pay $25 or something
Plus
to
popcorn,
see this
plus
movie.
soda.
And maybe you're going to see Interstellar, and it's the most amazing thing you have ever
Plus
seen.
candy from Target.
And
Yeah,
you
I've-
love it.
yeah.
Or you go and you see something stupid, and you sit back and you wonder, why did I spend that much?
Or you
Why?
wait and
Or
you
you
go
wait.
when it's $2.
Yeah, when it's at like the $3 theater.
Yeah,
Oh man, yeah.
Place, yes.
With movies in 3D, I always try to see, okay, would this look good in 3D? And then I read the reviews and see if it's 3D. But
If it's animated, I will watch it in 3D.
yeah,
If I can.
but
I
there's
just
but
don't
there's
watch
some
3D.
there's some movies like I know Dark Knight was really good and Avatar was really good.
Oh yeah,
but
that's
that's
fantastic.
Oh yeah.
I mean Avatar is a little bit more animated than Batman, but still
Yeah.
there's like some movies that like Interstellar I know was a good one
For 3D?
Yeah, for 3D
yeah?
IMAX.
Hmm.
Like that was really raved about that. There was but yeah, but I go back and think about back in the early days it was all arcade games and you games were made to get you to put in more quarters in a
Yeah.
sense. So you're just playing one level of like Donkey Kong or Pac-Man or something, and you did that level and then you died and then you have to put more quarters in.
Can you beat it?
Now it's like everyone's expecting this content to spend like infinite amount of hours and something, but games are getting even more complex and diverse. Like at 1886, it was beautiful. It looked fantastic, and the gameplay was okay. It was
Competent.
yeah. A lot of people complained that it was a lot story and not much gameplay. So you would spend 20 minutes of dialogue, then you would shoot for 5 minutes, and then spend another 20 minutes of dialogue, and then repeat for like a good couple hours.
And didn't you have like 2 bosses in the game? Like the whole,
I never played the
there
game
was.
because it's a PS4 exclusive, and I don't have PS4.
Oh right. But I did see videos where it was like only 2 bosses, and I guess the way how.
Oh, you're talking about the QuickTime events, right?
Yes.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of events like that, but then it's like, well, how can you plan these cool events? It's either QuickTime events or just like you're a passive viewer in the cutscene.
Yeah.
So you could do the Pro approach, or Half-Life approach, which is basically you just walk around and you can, while they're doing the cutscene, you can just dance on the table, dance with people, kind of thing, or
Yeah.
just walk.
Or you
up.
could literally just skip everything and just
Right.
Exactly.
walk through a wall.
But I'm here. I'm at the end.
But yeah, I kind of, in terms of like getting a lot of content and stuff, I prefer the indie market because the indie market seems to be the one that tries to do something different.
Yeah.
And AAA is
Exactly,
just
yeah.
like following the trends and stuff.
They actually care. I mean, like depending on.
Well,
And yeah,
some of these
this is where I might actually have some input. I mean, I don't have too many consoles or anything, so what do I look to? I look to PC games. I look to Steam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what is Steam great for? It's great for indie games. It's great for things like Ori and the ones that I play.
Skull Girls.
I play like
Skullgirls.
FTL, Faster Than Light,
FTL, yeah.
Risk of Rain.
Captains!
I'm a fire captain!
I don't know, Binding of Isaac. I don't know if you guys play that one.
I have not.
You have not? Okay.
I've seen
That's
videos of
a
it. We'll
strange,
check it out
messed
later.
up game that's
Oh, it is.
lovely to play.
Yeah. It's
But
like-
I love that. The biggest reason I love that thing is because, I mean, oh god, Binding of Isaac Rebirth came out in November,
Okay.
I believe I have about 600 hours in it.
Wow.
Whoa.
Admittedly, this is one of the very few games I
What
own.
game is this?
600 hours. That's
Yeah.
rough.
Well, it's-
What I love is that I can just keep coming back over and over and play it again, and it's never the same. It's basically set up like the original Zelda, where there's like a dungeon that you move through,
Okay.
Yeah.
items, power-ups that you can pick up, bosses you fight, you move on to the next level, so on and so forth.
It's in the category of fabled indie games like Super Meat Boy and Castle Crashers. It's in that category of like classic indie game from the early days.
This is I don't know if you know the guy Edmund McMillan. Does that ring a bell?
Oh, no.
I thought you had to do something.
Well,
I was surprised. I'm like, wow.
this is the same guy who did Super Meat Boy, and a few other ones that people might know, but I keep coming back because there's all these different power-ups, all these different combinations that you can have, and it's just a fun, competent game.
Yeah, I watched a game theory about the lore of the game Zelda.
Yeah,
and it went into like how the game mechanics work and like how diverse it is and how you could spend 600 hours in that game. Like, yeah, that sounds about right.
And here's the thing: in summer they're coming out with brand new content. Yeah, it's like a DLC.
Another 600 hours.
Delightfully titled Afterbirth. Lovely.
Okay.
And here's the thing: there's like 400 items already that you can pick up. Different items.
Wow.
They're adding like 100 more. They're adding new characters, new places to go, and it's probably not going to be that much. You know,
Right.
the game itself was only like 15 when it came out.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so I can't imagine this being like more than like $5-10. I don't know what they're planning.
Seems
It's
about right,
gonna
yeah.
be a big expansion. He says one particular facet of this new expansion is going to literally like double the potential of the game. You will have twice as many things to do. Something that they're adding is going to massively expand this game.
Wow.
It's like, yeah, and this is only what like 8 months after they released it or something.
Damn.
Maybe we could try it.
Yes, I can't wait to play.
Surfer?
Oh,
There is
you could-
local
you could be our
local
expert?
multiplayer. Yeah, there's local multiplayer. It's
I
2-player
own
only.
I think I own it.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
Oh.
Well, we can do it.
Is it for local multiplayer?
I think it's just one player, right?
It's one local co-op 2-player,
Okay.
and that's it. There's no online.
Okay.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Okay, we'll look into that.
But back to indie games. I mean, I play FTL. That's one I kind of recently picked up because Steam had some sort of
That's really good.
sale on like roguelike games.
Yeah.
I got it for like $2.50.
Yeah.
And that's one game that you pick up and you start a run. You're captain of this ship and you have to manage your
right.
manage your crew, fight off enemies. so on and so forth.
we did
You all did that.
We're familiar with
I
it.
think we did 2 episodes.
No, we did more. We did
did
like
more?
we did like
Okay.
10 episodes, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, on
It was
my
fun.
on my
Yeah, it was
personal channel.
I'm just describing for the people who don't know.
Yeah, we understand.
You're fine, but viewers. So the whole thing, you captain your ship, you manage your crew, you fight off enemies, and it's so meticulous.
Yes.
You might even
is.
call it tedious, but it's enjoyable.
Yeah, it is.
It's really enjoyable. Like especially the soundtrack, I love that.
Oh, yeah, the soundtrack.
I bought it with the soundtrack just to have it separately.
Yeah, and then that goes back into like like Minecraft and something. You can add even mods into the games and stuff, which change the game dramatically, and that's kind of why I've been playing for 5 years with that game.
Yeah.
But back to FDL, and
Yeah.
I did have a point.
Okay.
Magically.
Sorry.
And now I've lost it. Oh yeah, you start a run and it's like 2 hours later, you're still on the same run.
Yeah.
You're still fighting off the enemies, and
Different
assuming
good.
that you've gotten to that point, it's a challenging game. It's
What I
a
liked
very
about the
challenging
game
game.
was like when you got to choose like different areas. It was like, would you like to go to the Uncharted Nebula or Uncharted Nebula?
Yeah.
It was to it.
Do you want the Slug Nebula or do you
Yeah,
want
it's
the Slug Nebula?
It's a,
Let's go
I think
to
it's,
the
Mantis,
Slug Nebula.
Mantis Homeworlds or Rock Homeworld?
yeah, so it's randomly
Yeah,
generated.
it's
so,
randomly generated, so
so-
you always have something new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have like 8 different ships to choose from, and each of those ships has like 3 different iterations.
Yeah.
Right.
Different weapons, different layouts, different
Yeah.
crew, so on and so forth. So you always have something new, And so yeah, you can get like 2 hours into this and waste your time if you want to endlessly.
Yes.
And then you have a completely different ship that you could do after that. So
Yes.
there is so much that you can do. And then they release free DLC, a free expansion. Not really even
Yeah.
DLC. It was an expansion. It added so much, and they were just like, yeah, have it.
Yeah, because
But then, what if they tried to sell that same game for $60? Would you buy it?
That's kind of a
Yeah, I know, right?
yeah, that's rough.
I know.
that's right.
But the way you're talking about it, it has very good content versus a 6-hour game.
yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
I think normal price is about $15 to $20 non-sale, but I think the $60 thing is a remnant of the early console days, like the PS2 and Xbox, the original Xbox and stuff.
Yeah.
When games were, I think it was first $50 and then it bumped up to $60, and I think like in our the really old days, of the Super NES and stuff, the games were going for like I think $80 or something, like something really high when
$8?
80.
Oh, 80.
Like it was like $80 to $100 per cartridge.
Really?
It was like I heard like it was really expensive back then when it was like
Oh.
very new thing because it has been done. It wasn't done before, kind of thing.
Well, yeah, I guess because back then a video game console was a huge thing. It's like
It was.
having a 4K TV right now.
yeah,
yeah.
I guess something like that. Like right now, consoles. I mean, yeah, they're still pricey, but
yeah.
they're pretty much in every living room.
It's gone down in price quite a bit. Like
Yeah.
what it takes the cost for it and stuff. But yeah, going back to in today's, like large non-flat screen TVs and stuff, and just like processors and stuff. Like back then for like a Super NES, like our phones today, like non-smartphones, have more memory,
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
memory in it than the old consoles back then and such. So it's
And also the NASA rockets.
yeah.
The moon landing.
I'm really
It's operated
interested
by
to
a
see-
calculator.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see if like they actually could do the moon landing again. Like
The next
Oh, I so want to see that. I so
No.
want to see them doing that again with like the technology we have today.
yeah, that's what I was getting to. It's
Oh.
like that'd be interesting to see what they could do with today's technology and such.
Why do
Play
I feel like
GTA.
there would be more that would go wrong though? Like there's so many new gadgets and things, and it
Bugs.
feels like the problems have like
Bugs and glitches.
grown exponentially
Yeah.
too.
Oh
with
God, my
them.
iPhone connected with the controls. Pull up, pull up.
Yeah.
The sound system knocked out our
I lost connection with the Bluetooth.
But
Houston, we have a problem.
yeah, but there is some games that that are $6 that people get like a insane amount of hours with. Skyrim was a good one that a lot of people got. Like I've seen people rack up like 90 or plus 100 hours for Skyrim, which is like $6, and then like with DLC and stuff, it goes up to like the $80 marker.
Uh-huh.
So, but then they come out with like the year one edition, which is $6 for all DLC, which is like you can spend a good amount with. And then
Yeah.
Witcher came out with a news story like a couple weeks ago saying that it's going to have 200 plus hours of content to play with.
I could see that.
Yeah, it's huge. Like
Yeah.
it takes Skyrim's land and like triples it or something. Like it's, the land is
Wow.
huge and it's populated so densely and stuff.
I mean, like I played like Oblivion, and that was a lot of content. I mean, for
that was for was it?
it was for PS3.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it was early PS3.
Yeah, like it was before that Skyrim thing, but like I had like 100 plus hours and like a lot of content, and you know like you could able to like explore lands and do all sorts of quests. I mean, I think there was maybe I want to say like 100 plus quests, maybe.
I don't know. I got lost in like the
Yeah,
starter town,
But
and
like
then I turned it off.
I tried to complete them all. I think I still have like 5 more to do or something like that. But
Yeah, you were showing
Yeah.
me like you have like almost completed like a trophy or something.
How about like Mass Effect? How many hours was
I
that?
spent,
Oh boy.
especially Mass Effect 2, I spent a good amount of hours in that one.
Yeah.
That was
Yes.
pretty good.
Because
So
I
that's
remember I don't typically like those kinds of games, but I remember spending a good amount on there too. Like
Yeah.
just on random planets, just going around in the little car.
Well, you played Mass Effect 1.
One.
Okay,
Yes.
but you stopped
But
there.
I have 2, I think.
I think so.
But I just haven't played it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to, especially with Mass Effect Core coming out
Coming
soon.
out, yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I didn't list it, but I don't think we talked about it. Mass Effect 4. They announced what. They haven't gotten into too much details, but it's basically it's not in the universe of Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. It's now in the Andromeda Galaxy or something. It's like a
It's-
whole
yeah,
nother
Andromeda Galaxy.
In another galaxy, but in the same universe.
Yeah.
galaxy far, far
It's
away.
it's the
Yeah.
closest galaxy to our own.
No
honestly.
more Shepard.
No.
Yeah.
No more
Which I'm
Shepard?
fine with, honestly.
I'm,
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
totally
think.
cool with that.
Yeah.
Honestly, the male character just got on my nerves. I don't know if that
Yeah.
was just me, but
I don't know. A lot of people like. I kept the default Shepard.
mhm.
Like I just like okay, this is what the artist. This guy on the box, so I'm just gonna go with this guy. And then
Mhm.
I see other people's characters. I'm like, that looks weird.
And I love the voice doesn't change no
Yeah.
matter how weirdly.
Yeah.
I know. I tried to make my character look like me. I mean, I got it just somewhat, but
Nah.
it still didn't look.
No,
Yeah.
it needs improvement. But and then that adds like a layer of replayability. It's like you can create a whole new character, like playing as male and female Shepard is a whole nother thing in Mass Effect.
But
That's
it's the same mission. No?
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
change
Same,
the
it
options
doesn't
or
change
anything, but
anything.
it
the relationships change.
yeah,
Because-
it changes your attitude towards
Yes.
it as well. I
Yeah.
mean,
You could have a romance with Garrus.
You get different endings.
Yeah, red, blue, or green.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I took
pretty
blue.
much.
Uh-huh.
do you take the red pill or the blue pill?
But yeah, I think over time, as everything's going digital, we're gonna see like the cost for the $60 was to make the disc and stuff. Now digital,
Mhm.
you just make a copy and download it. It's really easy now. So I think the price is gonna drop a little bit
I
for
don't
AAA.
think so.
Maybe not AAA, but I think the mid games that weren't AAA, I think went to indie game market area.
Okay.
So now we're gonna see a lot of good games for like $20, and then occasionally we'll see a digital sale every now and then.
Hmm.
And yeah,
But I don't think it will go down in price because developing costs just keep going up because
it does.
Yeah.
we keep demanding like more content and better graphics.
Right.
And the graphics takes a huge toll on like storage and everything.
Oh yeah.
Though eventually, I think the graphics is gonna plateau eventually because you can only put so much realistic thing
That's
before
true.
you get to the Uncounted Valley. It's gonna be more particle effects and Transformers complexity.
Transformers.
Yeah, like the Transformers, like a giant.
Roll out.
Yeah,
Okay.
Meets the eye.
yeah. Speaking of Steam and all that stuff, Steam came out and said, "Hey, for Skyrim, all the mods you can now offer your mod for money. So you can say put a price tag on it and charge money for it."
Oh boy.
It broke the internet, basically.
Yep.
Really? Oh my god.
Like
Why?
it took like
It sounds
one
like a good
day.
idea.
It took like one day for the internet to just like rise up in force and just like
Yeah,
force them to take it
wow.
down. It's like
So usually people are really forcing, but this was
this.
No.
This
just
just
took a new thing. And actually, like with the early days of Steam, people actually hated Steam like with passion,
Mhm.
and then slowly won them over and stuff with the Steam sales and such. But
Steam is like Nintendo.
yeah, no, actually, Steam is actually better than Nintendo because what they did with this. I'm getting to it. Don't.
Okay.
All right.
tell
So
the story.
yeah, so basically they came out and said so we're gonna start work because it takes quite a bit of time for modders to work on mods to make it to add longevity to a game that's been out for quite a while. Like Skyrim came out like in 2012. People are still playing it today in 2015 because of mods alone, and mods add quite a bit of content and stuff, and it takes a long time. So it's Valve, in their fashion, they want to help people that put a lot of time into it to make a little bit of money so they can do a little bit more often instead of like having like 2 jobs
Yeah.
coding for it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know too much about the Skyrim mods, but I do know quite a bit of Minecraft mods and stuff, and like how much time it takes and how underappreciated they are. So, but I thought about it a little bit.
I mean, it's good for whoever's making the mods because they'll get
Yeah.
the money.
It's good
but
for the
it's
people
bad
who.
for the players because they'll have to pay for mods that they used to get for free before.
Well,
What?
no. Because they
Well, that was one problem, but the main problem I think I see is
they put like I think 3 options up. Like there was you can set this up for
you,
selling. You can set this up for donation if wanted,
right.
or just completely free. So there were
Right.
options. It was not
And
necessary
then
to pay.
if you could say there's a flat rate, but if you want to pay more, you could pay like if
Yeah.
it's a flat rate of
flat
minimum
rate, that was
20,
the thing I was thinking of.
Or the flat rate was 10. You could say I want to donate 20 and slide a bar up
Mhm.
and stuff, but you couldn't set it to 0. which is fine. In my personal opinion, in terms of like business sense and such, this opens like a whole can of worms and a whole decade of problems because a lot of the one of the main problems is a lot of the mods and stuff are conflicting with IPs of Hollywood and such. Like you can make like one popular mod is turning all the dragons into My Little Pony, and you can fly around as Iron Man.
I would so pay for that.
My favorite
Here, take my money.
My favorite was the mod that turned the dragons into like Thomas the Tank Engine.
Oh yeah,
really?
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Oh.
we need to get in Skyrim and do some stuff in there. We'll get to that. But in terms of mods, like sometimes like a developer or mod developer, like they're not doing this full time, so they can do it and then like put out an update, but it's broken, so people could buy the mod, but then they don't update it for like a month or so. Why are those people going to do, kind of thing?
Mm-hmm.
There is a policy that that if you bought a mod, you can get a refund in 24 hours. But
what is 24 hours going to be able to do?
Yeah, because you don't find out a mod's broken until like a week by or something.
Right.
So it's like
You explore more and suddenly it's like, oh,
Yeah.
that character's face is non-existent.
right.
That's how they get you.
I mean, and then there's also no like. Just basically, they said, okay, we're not going to police this. The community will police it and such. But
This is basically like the biggest problem with the whole thing. They rely so much on like self-policing.
which in the past with other platforms and stuff, it has worked, except for they started out with that policing in the beginning. This is like dropping in mid, like on the 5th year or something, when there's like a bunch of free mods. And then their problem is like some mods borrow things from other mods. So if one person's charging for mods,
They just tweak it and
yeah.
claim it as their own.
like
yeah.
for Minecraft, like there's a base mod called back in the day it was called Mod Loader. Right now it's called Forge because it's a different mod, because the old developer of Mod Loader stopped doing the mod because he wanted to move on to other stuff, which is another thing that could happen. You buy you play a mod, but then like after a certain amount of updates for Skyrim, the mod could not work anymore with it. So then you're kind of bought something that doesn't exist.
And that invites the whole issue of, if somebody just like leaves their mod alone,
Right.
like you were saying before, they leave it alone and then a month later it's completely unusable because there's an update, there's a patch, there's something that completely negates it. If the original modder just like, yeah, I don't want to work on that, I don't have time for it. If somebody picks it back up, tweaks it a little and makes it work for the current patch, the current whatever, should they be allowed to like resell it? Should they be allowed to ask for donations?
And that was
Should
another
they
problem is there's a whole website that offers mods for Skyrim and a bunch of other games called Nexus, and people would people that didn't make the mods would take the mod that they got for free on Nexus and then put it on Steam and say, give me $20 for it, even though they didn't do anything. They just put it up there for money, and they were actually getting money for it. And that's,
Well, I gave you the link to it, so you should pay me.
yeah, that's just like a whole thing.
We should have done that too.
But I mean, Steam has done something similar in the past and stuff. Like they had like a whole hats thing with like Team Fortress, so you could buy different hats using games and stuff. And then and it's just like they done it before, but they thought they could do. It was a no-brainer for modders to do the same thing somewhere, so they came out with it, and turns out no, it's quite different. So after like a week, they pulled the feature back and said, okay, this isn't working, we need to rework it, and then we'll come back with something.
Yeah, I think they just kind of like dove in like head first and
Yeah.
wasn't quite aware of all the problems that could arise,
I think it would have worked better if they started with like a brand new game, like
Yeah.
Fallout 4. If it started with like day one, everyone would know, okay, I cannot borrow other people's mods without getting a permission, and I can't do IP, so I can't do that. Stolen assets and such. So, I mean, it's a good idea. I'm always for mods and stuff, but I mean, there's always that donate feature for Minecraft mods. I'm ashamed that I can't pay for it because I'm kind of broke.
Like, sure, here's $1.
I mean, that's great for them. I mean,
Yeah, I do think like the optional donation is probably one of the best courses of action they can take, but there is also the problem of, exactly what Gabe Newell said. We want this to give people a chance to make modding this like their full-time career.
Right.
So if people are just kind of handing them money, like, yeah, okay, I'll give you a few bucks. That doesn't add much incentive.
YouTube is slowly working on like a tip jar kind of thing. It's not it's just one-time fee that you have to play it manually. Then there's other services like Patreon, which is really popular, which is basically saying, I'm subscribing to this channel, and every month I'm going to give them $5 in a sense. And then until you cancel, you're giving them $5 or $20 or however much you want to give them.
A lot of Twitch streamers are doing that I know as well. They have subscriptions, but at the same time they have a supplemental Patreon because some people, they have different ways of paying. They have different ways.
Everyone's different. I thought about this a lot, and I kind of when I substitute with something I actually know a lot more, which was the film industry, it makes a little bit more sense. Because gaming's like another field that we don't quite know, but we kind of know somewhat. But so the way I see it is like first you have like AAA games, and then you have indie market, and then you have mods. All right, there's like the different tiers and stuff. Then then you have like Hollywood, and then like the indie studios and stuff that you don't have millions of dollars of budget, but you have some budget, and then you have like student films, just like, let's go make a film in our backyard kind of thing. And then I kind of lump in Let's Plays in that because you're basically are borrowing content and stuff, and that's kind of what mods are about. You're borrowing someone else's, another company's assets and company, and then adding your own little flair onto it, and then you're kind of learning in a sense. And I kind of thought about that is like there's this one news story a while back that a really famous modder for Skyrim got a job at Bungie just because of this really famous mod on Skyrim. Like he learned game development just by doing mods and keeping updated and stuff. And that's ideally what you want to do is like you I think because of game development is so hard to get into, you can only get into it by doing it in the first place, but then it's like a chicken and egg thing. So so I've discussed a little bit about we wanted to try mods ourselves, try doing something. I mean, I wasn't going to go into it for money's sake because I was just, let's go learn how to make a mod for a game and see how much time, effort does it take to make a mod for games. So then eventually we can make an indie game or something. And that's kind of like your own two paths. It's like either you do enough to get hired by an art studio, or you do enough to know how to make your own game and then make it a game and then sell it. There's no point where, like, I wouldn't make a student film and slap it, put a DVD on it and try to sell it at Best Buy. That's never going to happen. I know that.
It's not going to sell either.
No. So I kind of, once I related to that, it's like we're doing Let's Plays all the time, but we can't put a DVD on it. We can't make a DVD and sell it. It's just not happening. We're just doing this to learn production-wise, and it's fun while doing it. We're just having fun while doing it, but
like there are so many problems already with like DMC, copyright,
and it's getting better that you can do Let's Plays and stuff, and we can now run ads on that, which is something, but it's not. I mean, until you get like a lot of traffic on your videos and stuff, you can't really make a living on just doing Let's Plays. You really have to be $8 million or $1 million.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's really quite surprising. Even channels that have millions of viewers, they still have to just keep innovating and keep pushing and keep networking. Hey, please look at me, because even at like that 1 million viewer count, you're still kind of on the fence.
Yeah,
you're not quite up there with the big dogs yet, but you're not exactly in like obscurity.
Well, it's kind of it's a slippery slope. But I kind of see it as once you get past like the good like 1,000 to like 5,000, it starts to snowball. Like eventually, you don't have to do as it goes. You still have to do less and less work to promote yourself. You kind of promote yourself in a sense. But yeah, then after a certain point, you do have to network and stuff, and that's just basically Hollywood and such.
But that is when you're already full-time, like a job.
Yeah, sort of. There's like I think when you get like to 100,000, then you can start looking at doing it full-time kind of thing. It's like this weird area. It's like once you get to a certain point, then you start looking at the ad revenue and such. But then once like you get to like 1,000 to 5,000, you don't partner with YouTube because they're not the greatest. There's like better cuts you can get by doing different networks and such, and that's a whole another topic for another day. But yeah, what do you guys think of like the Valve mod charging thing?
I never heard of it until now.
Well, yeah, obviously.
So, I really have
But
no opinions about it.
Do you think there should be some kind of system for modders to get some kind of money?
I think, like Corey said, a donation button would be
Yeah.
Like
the good thing. I mean,
I'll
whoever
put
wants
it this
to,
way.
yeah.
I like the idea. I do think, modders should definitely get some sort of compensation for the work they put into it, but
Right.
I don't know. It just seems weird to start suddenly enforcing it out of nowhere.
Yeah. One person, like online or something, that there said like maybe there should have been a beta phase of the system.
Yeah, test it out.
I kind of like Valve is doing something else called Steam Greenlight, which is someone submits an indie game to Steam, and then people vote on it, and then if it gets enough votes, then it gets put into the Steam thing. Because one problem that a lot of people start doing is like they started, here is an apple that's that's charged for $50, which is just an apple that appears in your game. And then there's like other stuff like you buy this, which is $100 for nothing. Woo! Kind of like trolling the system.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a problem. Is you could buy something that is just like lackluster or something. And
Well, when it's in the green light, can you play it? Can you try it?
You like this one game I'm following it called RimWorld. I've mentioned a few times. They're, I think, in the process of doing Steam Greenlight, and I bought it on their website so I could play it. And then,
okay.
It's like you are risking it by doing it that way, but
Mm-hmm.
you gain like more rewards by doing that. Essentially, you get more.
With Greenlight, I mean, sometimes it's like Flash games that have just gotten so popular on certain websites that they think, hey, this could go other places, so they bring it to Steam and they sell it. A lot of games get started like that. Some of them are just
trash.
Like trash. Yeah, some of them are trash. Some of them are just
Minecraft.
You go on
Minecraft
Greenlight.
recreations.
Yes.
That's
you go on
popular.
Greenlight, and it's just like it's just proof of concept.
Yeah.
It's not an actual game yet. It's like
But with that, I think if they did something similar for mods and stuff, like you kind of in order to get that point where you can charge for the mod, it's just a donate button. But until you get that final approval, then you can say, okay, everyone can buy this for $10 because it's got the Steam approval stamp saying this is good. This mod works. The modders is sticking around to make sure it actually works in a sense. And I think that
what I think would be kind of
that, yeah, it would be
what I think
helpful.
would be kind of useful is if they gave people who downloaded the mods like a week to like decide.
Yeah,
like,
I think.
Okay, I'm gonna install this and let me see how it looks, how it feels, how it interacts.
But then
and then by the end, like.
But then people will play it for a week and then just say, nah, I don't like it, even though they got the enjoyment out of it. So I think a week might be too long. Maybe 3 or 4 days. More than just
that almost sounds like manipulation though. Like, okay, it's almost like the 24-hour thing. It's like you have 24 hour for a refund. Oh, that sounds great, but then you don't get out of the 24 hours what you think you were going to. Right. You miss things, and you realize later, oh God, what did I do? Why?
But then like you might have bought it and then you're busy that day, so maybe you don't play it. So I'm kind of leaning more towards the 3 days because then you could, like, say you buy it Friday, you have all weekend to figure it out if you like it or not.
Right.
So I think that weekend is good.
Maybe not even like putting forth the money right off the bat, like being able to download it and then. But then there's always the problem of like people just like taking that and copying it or something like that and putting it out for free. I don't know. It's. I
think the main problem was the police thing. I think that's the main issue.
It's the internet. It's the internet. There is no like honesty policy. People just can't. You can't expect everybody to follow the rules. It's
right.
Yeah. And that's why it's down.
Yeah.
For now, they were talking about
they're kind of coming back, but yeah. If anything, I have to give my hat off to Gabe Newell, head of Steam. He actually went on Reddit and
did an AMA.
Did like MMA or Q&A kind of thing, and the whole time people were just shredding him all the time. But he was still at it. He was still poking fun at people and having a good time. So my hat goes off to you because dealing with that much rage, especially like Steam rage, like I think it costs Steam just in $1 million just for dealing with all the emails they got.
The emails actually cost them more money than it does to.
Yeah, and they only made only $10,000 came out of this week, which was like 4 days or so. Anyway, we're going a bit long, even though we don't have much news to talk about.
We don't.
In our mod-related news, GTA has a few mods. Shocker.
Are you ready to have a whale of a time?
Yes.
So you can't have the crazy mods of like what we see in GTA 4 or something. We're still working on that, but the price of like a couple weeks ago that Storybook is PC came out for GTA, and it's so difficult to mod it that it's like no possible way to do my mods or anything. Well, now there's a few mods out there. Shocker.
A week later.
Yeah. So you just have to give time. I mean, there is you can mod any game over time. You know, once
enough people
They'll get there.
Yeah, they'll get there.
Slowly but surely.
But yeah, you can have a whale go through Main Street now.
Awesome.
You can be a cat.
Okay.
Yes.
I want to be cat.
Yeah. I think we'll go.
Cat from Halo or an actual cat?
No, an actual cat.
Yeah, actual cat.
Yeah.
No, because then I'll get sniped.
Oh yes.
So an actual cat, please.
Okay.
Some of the animals are like what? Like invincible.
Invincible.
The one part I draw the line at is you can't have mods that make you invisible in like the online thing, because then it just because it takes
like
up
a lot
fun.
of people are they're getting banned online. There's a lot of kind of controversy over that. Like,
but at the same time, they have to allow that gray area of like, I want to be a cat and Plus wants to be a dog and we want to be a multiplayer, but in order to be multiplayer you have to go online. So what do you do? So
do you
I think
play single player?
you can't do single player. If like the only way to do multiplayer, like you and me be in the same world and you chase me throughout the city as a cat and a dog, you have to go to
online. There's no
online.
private lobbies?
Well, there is, but it's real right now. It's just online over here. No mods. Solo play mods. That's it. If you go online with any kind of mod, you get banned. So
Okay.
sort of.
Yeah, there's like some mods that like like GTA said. Okay, if it's like there's like one mod they mentioned which adds like the sunsets to be a little bit more colorful and stuff. That adds like more graphics or makes
saturation.
makes it
color.
better looking. Then they're okay with that. But mods that make you invincible or change your like field of view.
I saw that one.
That one got a lot of people banned for that, even though it's like a cosmetic thing. So there's a lot of gray area. So over time they'll figure it out in a sense. But
I feel bad for them honestly, because that is an incredibly hard thing to police. Same kind of thing for the Valve situation. I mean, it's like, how can you possibly control that many people? They have to draw a line somewhere.
That's why I said
multiplayer, single player.
Yeah.
Online, offline.
Yep.
Another news that's kind of sad is the Silent Hills, the PT demo that came out on PS4 is
I
no longer.
never got to play it.
I know.
Why?
It's PS4. I think after a certain amount of time, people will recreate it, like using like mods and stuff on PC to recreate it, but it still won't be the same thing.
No.
I thought a lot of people said that was the scariest thing ever, and a lot of people were excited for it. But do you guys know like what the fallout with Konami and such?
No.
Basically, the guy
There is
heading
drama.
it, like, what's his name? Kojima?
Guillermo del Toro, I think.
No.
There's
The actual
there's
guy,
two guys.
Kojima.
Yes, the guy that did Metal Gear.
Metal Gear, and
What is that guy?
I'm
Necker,
pretty-
you better with names.
Yeah, I'm pretty
So,
sure his name is Kojima.
Yeah,
I think it is. I think it
That
He
is.
left. He's gone now. He's out of the picture. He's
right. And like this last Metal Gear said, like what was the guy's name?
Kojima.
Kojima. Like it was like on the poster and stuff, and then like Konami basically went back and like took his name off like the box art and everything and just, like, rubbed it out.
There was a fallout.
Yeah, they didn't leave on good terms. Let's say that.
Yeah, so there was a lot of contention
but
between
he
the two
was,
of them.
This was one of the
Did he have
games.
to do that?
No, it's like
Oh my God.
it's basically like George Lucas sold Star Wars. Can they rub George Lucas's name off the George Lucas production?
No.
That's
They could. But
They could because
it would be bad.
they're providing the funds for it, so they could. But it steps into like the artist.
It's his creation.
Yes,
yeah.
it goes into the artist's name thing. Like, can
They
you
take his logo and they rub their ass with it. And like, yeah, take that. Look.
Okay.
That's one way of putting
I was
it.
gonna
Yeah,
say,
that's one way.
can you rub Picasso's name off a painting and say it's yours, kind of thing?
Oh no,
could.
you didn't buy it.
You could do anything.
You
but-
could.
Yes, you could do anything.
It would be against morals
Of
and
course, it would
give
be
a
against
lot of
moral
artists heart attacks, but okay. But one thing that was expected, especially with like was it Flappy Bird?
Oh.
That one bird iPhone game that you go.
Yep.
Flappy Bird.
yes.
Yeah, like people like there was copies of iPhones that or phones that had Flappy Bird downloaded on it because you couldn't download anymore. So and they were going for insane cost. One person got ahead of the market and put a PS4 on eBay for $3,000 that had PT on it, because after this past Wednesday, the PT demo could no longer be downloaded.
Yep.
I think after Fallout and everything, I think they'll eventually put it back because
Yeah.
it's so popular.
Mm-hmm.
At least I would hope so.
No, they definitely said no. It's going off
Yeah.
forever.
It was that
So it's
final.
not coming back.
I don't know.
Weird.
We'll
Many
see.
people thought the same thing of Flappy Bird, and it's not.
Well, apparently you couldn't mod the console version of GTA 5 on Xbox 360. Apparently it's been done. So there's a way on the internet, I think, to get your PT demo on your PS4
I imagine somebody will find a way somewhere.
some way. Or like I said, people recreated it for like a game, or they recreated it
Recreated, I believe more. Yes.
and put it on Steam and charged like $50 for it. Yeah. But yeah,
That,
it's sad.
that all aside, it is
But
so
yeah,
sad.
it is sad that they canceled the Silent Hills game. I
Yeah.
mean, it was going to
People
be
were
of this
getting-
quality, and it was going to be really good.
People were getting so excited, and I was really happy to see it coming back. You know, like the last game that they put out, what was it, Downpour?
Downpour. I have
Downpour.
heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched some of that and was like, I don't know where you guys are going with this, but it's not even enjoyable anymore. Like you look at some of the first ones, like 1, 2, 3. There's all that like spine tingling, rub you the wrong way kind of horror.
Yeah.
And then you get to Downpour, and it's like, you're just running around shooting creepy monsters. It's kind of going along the same lines as like Resident Evil,
Okay.
yeah.
where it's like, oh my god, am I gonna be able to survive this? And then it just kind of devolved into
I
some
remember
sort of like run around shoot.
A lot of people
things,
did not like Resident Evil 6. I remember that.
Oh
one.
yeah.
I didn't even.
I
I don't
have
even follow the
Resident
game.
Evil
I
6.
heard so much
Yeah.
bad press about it. But yeah, we gotta move on. So in other news, Mr. Foss will like this. Five Nights at Freddy's 4 has been announced.
I don't know. I haven't played Five Nights at Freddy's 2, even though I own it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I
it's
only
been-
played the first one. I have not passed the first one.
the first one came out this year. In
Last year.
no, it
In
was
August.
this year.
No,
I think it was. Last
It was
year.
this
It was last year. Yeah, it wasn't.
Okay, it's been like
Well,
less than 12
was
months.
in 2014. Yes.
Okay.
It's been it's less than a year.
It's less than a year.
All of them have come
Yeah,
out.
In
but,
August,
Yeah,
I believe.
and now a fourth game hasn't been announced. And usually,
It's in development.
I don't know.
They're
They-
aiming for like what, October? For this
October
one?
of 2015. So
Take it
it won't be
easy.
4 games in a year if that's what you're thinking.
We'll see. I mean, he announced it. It was either the second game or the third game. They announced it, and then the next day it was like, surprise, it's out.
Mhm.
He did that like once or twice with the games and stuff.
Maybe.
I'm a little bit. A lot of people got sad for the game theory because the guy put out saying part 1. Here's like. Now that all the games have came out, here's the complete lore of the story. We're gonna dive into it and such, and then stay tuned for part 2 next week. And then the next day, Five Nights at 44. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but
Well,
like,
good for him. He
Yeah.
has more videos to do.
well, he's it's after a certain point he's like, okay, I'm glad this is done, so now I can move on to other stuff. But because he got harassed a lot because of his other game theories that did so well, because a lot of people are into just the lore, not the surprise factor of the gameplay. So, which is, I am one of those people that I'm really interested in lore, but I don't really care for the surprise thing.
Yes, we know.
It gets old after 5 minutes. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yay, nay, excited, yeah.
About?
The fourth game.
Well, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. Well, yeah.
There's only a screenshot, and that's it.
Okay.
I do not like Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm not a fan of the series whatsoever. I don't really even like watching videos of people screaming, yelling, playing it up too. I hate that. But you know what? All in all, I have to give the guy
playing
credit.
it up. Yeah, I hate it too.
Oh, God, yeah.
I hate it too.
I
That's
can't
the
stand
same
that.
reason why I hate that one YouTuber that's really famous.
But that all said, I will still give tip my hat to the creator.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
because he has
He's
so many
making
people.
He's making a ton of money.
Yeah.
Good for him.
He's having so much success with this thing. You
Yeah.
don't
It's
think he's doing something right?
And look at the gameplay. It's pretty much just pictures that pop up and then like
Yeah.
a few cinematics and then that's it. It's really like a glorified Flash game, but
Yeah.
he makes money. He's definitely a money maker.
Going back to like the movie analogy, it's one of those like gimmicky action films that everybody loves, and people hate it because it's like, oh, there's no story, there's no character development, there's no this, that, and the other. It's still making a lot of money.
Well,
You know,
there's a lot of
it's still
stories.
making a lot of money. It's still people still love it. You don't
Yeah,
think something's going on? That's
You need to know why you're buying it.
yeah.
Like, if you go to Transformers movies, I go for, the visual effects.
Yeah,
the-
absolutely.
All that. I don't go for the story.
Did you watch the dinosaur movie?
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
Wow.
The what?
I liked it.
Wow.
Because, like I said, I don't go for the story. You need to know why you're going to
yeah,
go.
I know there's
Oh,
some
yeah.
movies
Yes.
that you have to go in with your brain turned off because you're going there for the excitement and explosions. You don't go there.
Yeah.
Which is basically every Michael Blade film. Anyway.
I'm not here to learn
Anyway.
about Romeo and Juliet laws. Get that out of my face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seriously,
Within
what
the
was I
movie.
thinking?
I was gonna talk about something.
The movie.
Anyway. Well, we were talking about that.
Five Nights at Freddy's? Yeah, but that should be good.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it.
I'm happy to see that they're taking a little bit more time with this one.
Yeah.
Push it till like I think it's supposed to be like a Halloween special or something
Yeah,
like
it's
that's,
coming
that.
out
that's what I
Halloween.
heard, too.
It's coming out Halloween night.
Halloween night. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I have high hopes for it. Yeah.
Yep, it should be good.
They'll put a little bit more into it, and
Yeah.
I'll be happy.
All right. In our news, a new Tony Hawk game has been teased.
Of course.
And
Nah.
what?
There's always a Tony Hawk game
Oh, right, yeah.
every time.
Did anyone played like the old Tony Hawk
I did.
games? You did.
I play.
Well, no, never mind. It was Skate 2, the one I played.
I think it was
Okay.
the
I don't think
PlayStation
that's
one
bad.
or
I know,
something.
there was like that one level like inside like a warehouse that was like really famous, and they came out with like a remake of that just recently. But I don't know. I think skating games have long died, but I guess they're coming back because Guitar Hero is coming back,
Right.
and we thought that was dead. Surprisingly, but yeah, I don't know. We'll check it out later. So a little bit of details came out about the Star Wars Battlefront and the problems they had.
No.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. So
Sort of.
sort of. So I don't have my link up of the actual spreadsheet, but I could pull it up on my phone, I guess.
Yes, sure.
So why don't you guys talk about it while I pull it up?
So yeah, Battlefront.
What's wrong with it?
What was wrong
That
with it?
is a little. I mean, even that is like up for debate
Mhm.
because what have they like really told us about it?
Right.
Like there,
Right, not much.
there hasn't been
Yeah.
a whole lot. Like most of this controversy is coming from people who are taking like the small bits of information they've received, the small teasers, and just
Right.
peeling it apart
Yeah.
piece by
Like, they just
Yeah,
want to
there's
make-
big
and extrapolating an enormous amount of information that they really just don't have that much basis for.
Because all we know right now is the only battles that they showed were all like the rebellion battles. There's
Mhm.
no Clone War battles or anything like that, and
Mhm.
you know that it's toward the end. And there's even some newer battles, which then is a precursor to the like new trailer to the Star Wars. But like that's all like they've showed.
Yeah, like
They
the
were
one
really
famous battle is like on the Star Wars
The
teaser.
Battle of Jakku or something.
Yeah, like the teaser of like the big destroyer.
Yeah, Imperial Destroyer. Or something
Yeah, like
that.
when it's crashing in the sand,
Yeah.
it will be the battle of that, of that seeing that crash and stuff. And that leads to the movie and stuff. So that's what they're doing a little bit. But like this is you got to put a big asterisk next to this of official, because this is like you're taking like oh yes, there's gonna be multiple planets, and there's like okay, there's only gonna be 8 planets, that kind of thing. And it's like you're just taking the complete opposite of what they said, and then
Yeah.
changing everything on it when we only seen like a little bit of, you could call it gameplay footage, but it was like a polished trailer,
Yeah.
Pretty much.
pre-rendered and stuff.
Yeah, you can't just assume that what you saw for the trailer is going to be the actual graphics
Actually-
of the game, but
Oh, really, Necro?
I know.
Eh. So, yeah, and a lot of people are comparing it to Battlefront 2 when this is actually a reboot of the series. It's not about
There was like 10 planets from like the second one, right? The Battlefront 2.
there was 16 planets, a total of
It was 16 planets, yeah.
33 maps, and then
And some of them had like 2 different battles, and some of them.
sort of sometimes. But yeah, now this is a reboot, and so they're kind of starting from the ground over and such. So you gotta take that with a grain of salt. They have to recreate everything, especially it's been like what 5 or 10 years since the last Battlefront game.
Yeah,
You basically have to scrap everything and start over because everything's has a lot more detail and such. It's not like a big cube thing. So this is what they this chart that's circling around the internet says. It's going to have a total of 8 planets or a total of 8 maps and 4 planets, which is not true at all. They came out and said it's not going to be. There's going to be more than 8 maps and like 8 or like
8 planets, but with like multiple different maps on them. You know.
Yeah, and it scales to like how many players you have and such. Which goes to the next thing is on Battlefront 2 it was 32 versus 32, and now it's just going down to 20 versus 20. I'm okay with that because
that seems fine to me. I mean, how many people do you really need for?
I've heard rumors about like this is by the same people that did Battlefield and stuff, which was like 64 versus 64, which is insane.
Jeez.
And it's just,
I didn't even tell who's on what team at that point.
Seriously.
A lot of people say that it's good, but then you get lost in the chaos and then you just die a lot, and then it's just not fun.
Can you just camp somewhere and just wait until there's like 20 people?
Basically, you
I
can
don't
just like
think you would make it up the hill.
Yeah.
You wouldn't. I don't think you would make it up the hill to camp.
You would just camp like in a building or something.
And
you wouldn't even make it to the building.
Behind the rocks.
You wouldn't make it to the locks. The box would be taken out before you could even touch it.
So the more people you get, I mean, the more chaotic it will be.
Yeah.
It just seems silly to me to like more.
I say more than 10, but not more, but less than 30, because I mean I played on Halo and stuff, and the big Battlefield games. If it was just 8 players, it would get boring because
I think it was 8 versus 8.
Yeah,
that's a big battle. I think.
Yes, that was big team battle.
Big team battle.
I went for a Battlefield game. I want to see a little bit more because some people are driving tanks, some people are driving planes and other stuff.
Right.
And,
so you were just on foot fighting.
Yeah, it gets a little.
I mean, it's a war. You kind of expect some
of
level
course.
of chaos, some level of
it's a war
scale.
between 20 people.
I kind of hope they take a little bit from Titanfall, which is those AI players that would fill up the battlefield, but they're not human players.
Right.
So
Okay.
I think
that'd be good.
I think that would be good because then it'll feel an actual battlefield.
Yeah, I can
More
understand that.
realistic.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they did confirm that there is no space battles from Battlefront.
What?
Yeah. Which is unfortunate. Though it could come in later on.
DLC, yeah.
DLC.
Well, DLC, or it's just not ready to show just yet. So they're not saying it's in the game because in case they, it can't be done in this time frame.
So DLC?
Yeah, maybe.
DLC.
$20 DLC?
Yeah. I really wanted the space battles, and there was like a rumor that there would be space battles, and that you can go from orbit to the land, and then it'll be the same battle and stuff.
Because that was the best part from the second one, like with the space battles, because like the first one didn't have space battles at all.
Right, but it was only space battles though. You didn't fly down to the planet during the game.
No, yeah, like you would have space battles, and then you go to like planet-based battles.
Right.
Yeah. But now they're like reverting back to like what the first one was just planetary, battles.
But in terms of like game concept of like actually making the game work, where you were in the ship in space and your next wing, and then you fly down to the planet and then do a bombing run.
That would be cool. Yeah.
But in terms of gameplay, that's really actually hard to do.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot of...
That would be cool.
I think that's a good 10 years from now.
Oh, yeah.
Before we see that.
Of course.
And plus...
Or on a supercomputer.
Oh, yeah. One that takes up your whole
apparently our computers are better than...
Yeah, we're going back to like the 80s now, where like the computer was the room.
Yeah.
That's basically how it is now for some people.
Pretty much. You would need a lot of fans, though.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And then they said like there won't be any mods, which is standard for every game, but
it's kind of
just give it time. They said like that there's only gonna be 5 planned DLC packs, and they all have to pay for it. But then they said, but officially they came out and said like the first DLC, which is the Battle of Jakku, which is the DLC, which is gonna be free. So it's all right. I mean,
that sounds nice.
Yeah,
that sounds very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but then there's like free DLC, and it's like, we play it in less than 30 minutes, and you're just like, okay.
Well, the whole point of Battlefront is just to keep coming back to the same places over and over anyway, pretty much. So
the main thing I'm more upset about is there's no campaign and there's no Galactic Conquest. That was the thing that I played most out of Battlefront 2 was Galactic Conquest. That was you started as like one planet versus one planet, and then you would take turns conquering planets, and then you would fight over them.
You could move your fleet and all that.
Yeah, but now it's just gonna be Timefall, which is all multiplayer all the time, and that's it.
Yay.
No.
No, that's why I said yay.
Yeah.
That was a sarcastic yay.
Oh, that's well, you're the more multiplayer person out of all of us, so like you play Crucible a lot more than us in Destiny, so
Yes,
but I never play Star Wars, so I have no opinion about it.
Well, just anyway,
That just kind of sounds to me like they're trying to find a focus, like I don't know, because like you said, it's been like 10 years since they put out the last game, so there's a lot more that they have to consider. So adding on a whole new, revamping the whole Galactic Conquest system is going to take that much more time, that much more effort, that much more resources.
And isn't there like a Battlefield every like other year at this point? So
yeah,
so
they have to compete with some big players.
From based what I saw, this is just like, okay, we need to recreate everything. So let's start recreating everything, and then here's something to just like appease everyone to say, it's going on, trust us, kind of thing. Get us to get your feet wet, and then they're gonna Battlefront 2 or 2.2, whatever, however you want to look at this. Then they'll bust out with bigger stuff and such. Because I think the first Battlefield, it wasn't as robust as this Battlefield 4 or something. So we'll see. Players, classic mode. Do you know what instant action is?
Isn't that where it just puts you right in the battlefield, or?
So random playlist.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it wasn't.
I don't know.
According to the video we watched.
Yeah. You just basically you queued up a bunch of maps and stuff, and then did a playlist with friends or something.
Yeah.
So, basically what you do already. So
yeah. Well, back then it was like the PS2 era, so that was like new and unheard of. Now it's like we have that everywhere.
Yeah, does anybody really care at this point?
Yeah. So there's that. All right, we need to skip ahead.
So yeah, the main thing, I don't know, it's a reliable company. You'd think you could just stand back and let them do their thing.
Yeah, it's that.
That's the thing, we don't let them anymore.
Yeah,
we like drama.
It's the internet.
But at the same time, it is EA, and it was I think Battlefield 4 that kind of dropped the ball, and it was like half done when it was released or something. But I think that was in our studio. I'm not 100% sure. I think the studio that's making Battlefront left, and then our studio took up Battlefront 4, and then they did the chaos of that. So
new people, new times, reliable company. I think it'll be fine.
I don't think at this time, since we're just seeing like the first version of it, I think it's way too early to judge them on this. I think we need to see actual gameplay footage and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
So in our news, do you guys know the Suicide Squad, like the comic book or anything?
It's the DC equivalent of the Marvel Avengers.
No,
not really.
Okay then.
It's like if anything, it's closer to Guardians of the Galaxy, or just a bunch of misfit heroes. But this time it's a bunch of villains. So you got the Joker.
It's kind of like anti-heroes at this point.
So it's called the Suicide Squads. They basically put a bunch of villains that are in prison or on death row, and they put them on this team to go and do possible missions for the government or whoever, because they're basically not coming back. Yeah, it's a surprise that they come back at this point.
It's a Suicide Squad.
Yeah, so you got the
wow.
Yeah, so you got like Joker.
I don't know.
So like the popular deal is Joker, Harley Quinn. I forget who else.
Isn't the Cat Girl there? And Poison Ivy.
What?
Deadshot.
Deadshot.
Will Smith.
Yeah, Will Smith is playing the live action version.
Two different characters.
Yeah, of Deadshot, which is and then they're. I guess Warner Bros. Is doing a live action version of this, and they slowly been leaking out or showing what the characters are going to look like, kind of thing. And they came out with the Joker, and basically the internet broke again.
Oh, you guys are gonna love this.
Yeah. So we all love
Heath Ledger.
Yeah, Heath Ledger's Joker. Well, Corey, you've seen this. What do you think of that while looking up?
Oh boy.
It's just a picture.
I don't know.
Just
I
let it
have
be.
to agree with that. It is just a picture. Maybe it's not like the absolute final product, but
No, that's not it.
Jared Leto. DC has been going with like a completely different tone lately, so it makes sense for them to have a completely new look on the character.
Yeah.
What?
Having trouble?
I'm having a little bit of trouble.
I'm pretty sure
There's multiple new versions of Joker, apparently.
it's spelling issues. I know that.
It's like everybody's Joker is different. I understand that. This one looks a little bit over the top.
Yeah.
But then again, what is the Joker if not over the top?
Of course.
So, do I think they're gonna be like
JARED?
Oh, there we go.
Nope, that's it.
Well, that's like half of it.
Yeah, half of it. Where is it? I guess they took it down a lot.
No.
What?
No.
Okay,
No.
wait.
No.
Okay, there's a small version of it.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
You can open it.
Oh, I can open it.
That is it's different looking from.
Is there a bigger version?
No, it just gets smaller.
All right.
I think it's command and then the scroll wheel and it zooms in.
If you want to be all fuzzy, sure, but
Okay, there we go.
no, that works.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like a bunch of tattoos and such.
They did. I think they did say that the tattoos were not like final things. You know, like he's probably not going to have damage tattooed across his forehead.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
what
really
that
don't
was,
think that
but,
will be it.
I don't. I kind of agree with tattoos like that.
It looks
Yeah.
cool enough.
It fits the character.
It's crazy enough that he would do it.
I kind of would see that more on the henchmen of Jokers
Yeah.
than actual Joker.
It's different to me.
Joker kind of always had like almost a dapper look to him, even though he was like disheveled and
But at the same time, I think they're trying to get away from the Heath Ledger Joker
Yeah.
because anything they get close
I-
to that,
I can
they're gonna,
understand
like,
how
this
they
is
would-
just a rip off of Heath Ledger. How dare you?
they want something new. I can understand that.
Yeah, and I assume that it's gonna be clothed most of the time. I hope, at least.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah,
You have a problem with that?
yeah. Hopefully, he just wears pants at least.
Rule 34.
Yes,
I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, maybe that's like a picture of him on like death row or something.
maybe.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's always on death row.
Yeah, pretty much.
And apparently it breaks up all the time. In other news, the finalists for the Video Game Hall of Fame have came out.
Yay!
I didn't even know this was a thing.
Me either.
No.
What is it? I
I'm
still
just
don't
hearing
know.
it right now.
Yeah. So basically, like I know they, like I mentioned in the video that the group that's doing this also did it for like movies and TV shows and other stuff. Like this is like it's like a museum piece that will have the best of the best video games. Like what is video game, like the best video game of all time so far, kind of thing. So they
I saw some weird games in there though.
yeah. Well, so they judge a game by its icon status, like how it looks, so longevity.
Does it stand the test of time?
Yeah. Geographical nature.
Geographic reach.
Yeah.
Get it right.
Shut up.
Man, you misspelled status.
Yeah, I just copy paste. So
Fair enough.
You did not copy paste.
Yeah, I did.
You did, okay. And influence.
Yeah, influence. So and apparently, influence can go past if it has enough influence. It can go past all the other markers for that. So the games are for the finalists that people are going to vote on even more. Or this is what from people voted on this, and then this is the finalist, and then I guess they're going to vote even more to get down to the final game. We got Angry Birds, Doom, FIFA, Legend of Zelda, Minecraft, The Oregon Trail, Pac-Man, Pokemon, Pong, The Sims, Sonic the Hedgehog, Space Invaders, Super Mario Brothers, Tetris, and World of Warcraft.
We all know Super Mario Bros. Is going to win.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's going
Or
to...
Minecraft.
I will definitely say Minecraft is going to get into the top 5. Just because it's up there with Mario, and it's only been out for like a couple years, and Mario's been around since the 80s.
And Sonic the Hedgehog. I mean, come on.
No.
Yes.
It was a good game, but no.
It doesn't feel like it has that same kind of influence, that same kind of power, you know.
No.
People will know what it is if you ask them about it, but
Yeah.
have you played that game?
I think
Sure, like
I
10
remember-
years ago.
Yeah, like, I'm not sure it has that same longevity, you know?
I'm kind of surprised Oregon Trail got on there. That was an educational.
What is that?
That was an old game, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was an
that
educational game that got really popular in the education system. Like kids were playing it just like for fun.
I just played it to see how many people I could kill.
Okay.
I've never heard of it, so it obviously does not have geographic reach.
Yeah. Okay.
Or longevity.
Angry Birds, I don't know what it's doing there. No.
Well, okay, Angry Birds got in because, like he was saying, if it has influence, that's more important to them than like any other category. So I mean, Angry Birds, it was almost like Flappy Birds to a sense, where everybody tried to copy it. Everybody tried to. That's kind of what they were going for with influence. Like, how much does this particular game style have? How much does it show up in other games?
Right.
How many features show up in other games, like classic things like Super Mario or Doom with the whole first person shooters. A lot of other games got influenced by the style of Doom. Angry Birds, I don't know.
Yeah.
Angry Birds is not going to be the winner.
No.
Let's just say that.
I'm going through the list. I'm looking to see which ones have potential to get into like the top
Minecraft
5.
is definitely,
Pong is the very, very one of the very earliest games.
Pong is
right?
like the first game.
It's not the first game.
Not
but
the first game technically, but it's the first
commercial game.
First commercial game, yeah.
Okay. So I'm looking at the list. I'm saying Doom is definitely going to be a heavy hitter. That was like the very first person shooter game. Legend of Zelda, Minecraft.
I think,
Yes.
Legend of Zelda isn't going to be up there with like Super Mario Brothers, but it's definitely a heavy hitter amongst all the other people. Pac-Man, maybe.
Pokemon will definitely have a chance.
No, I don't see Pokemon.
Yes,
Aw.
I see it.
No,
I do see it.
I see it. I mean, people still play that game. People play
people
it all the
do,
time.
but like I'm
They're-
thinking like if I go to like grandparents or fathers or something that don't play video games, will they understand what Pokemon is?
Will they understand
I
what
mean,
Legend
they
of Zelda is?
Yeah, because they
understand what World of
Grandpas?
Warcraft is?
I'd never said the word Warcraft. Pong's no. Pong, yes. Not Space Invaders, but Super Mario Bros.
Super Mario.
Tetris, maybe, because that's like on every platform, every phone since the beginning. So
I did not find that game very enjoyable.
yeah, I was okay for like the first time I played it. And
It passes the time.
Yeah. Apparently, there's like this, like you can be like a Tetris master, like if you like play a game for like 8 hours or something on like the higher difficulty or something, and then like there's this like whole ceremony and stuff to be like a Tetris master.
What?
Like a new guy, like there's only been like 9 people that can do it, and like
Really?
yeah, like this. Like a couple months back, like the first American just did it. Like everyone else was like in Japan or something or Europe. So
Yeah, they have no life.
You know what I have to say? I was very surprised to not even see on the list was like some sort of MOBA, like Dota 2
Or
or
Legends.
League of Legends. Yeah, one of those big dogs. Maybe even like StarCraft.
What is
or
World of
something.
Warcraft then?
World of War.
That was like the longest, most popular MMO. Like League of Legends, I can
Yeah.
it's popular now.
Like there's a
but
difference.
it's only been out for like 2 or
MMOs
3 years, and the only other game that's been out for like 2 or 3 years is Angry Birds and Minecraft. And I keep seeing kids wearing Steve heads during Halloween and stuff. I think it's game influence.
I mean, those games are so popular though, and of course with like every MOBA, it basically all follows the same pattern. So I feel like it has the influence. I feel like it has the icon status.
I'm still seeing Minecraft going strong, even though it jumped a shark a long time ago.
Yeah.
Minecraft is surprisingly popular.
Yeah.
I think
especially
that
considering
one might
like,
win.
especially considering like all the similar things that came before and after. It's
I can see Minecraft going to top 5, maybe top 3, but I don't see it winning.
I don't see it winning.
I
You
think
don't see it winning?
I
Really?
see Pong or Super Mario Bros. Winning.
now you
Number
have
one.
to you have to remember
No.
they did say there will be multiple winners. So like top 3 might actually be
Oh,
the 3
there's gonna be
winners.
3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's a chance. There is a chance.
I'll check in every now and then to see
Yeah.
what happens, but
Coming next week.
Nah, maybe not that.
Probably not, no.
Did they even announce like some sort of date
I
potentially?
this is the first time I heard of it. It's like here's the finalists. I'm like, when was the first round?
Yeah.
It was kind of a behind the scenes thing though. So
Yeah. I think that's all the news I got. Did you guys hear any other news you want to talk about? Any trailers? I think the trailers all passed with that last week.
We
Pretty much. Rest in peace, Silent Hills.
Yeah. Part went out. In our news, or that's all the news. But this has been another podcast episode here on Podcade.com. I'm Surfer Dude.
I'm Necrothine.
Mr. Fluffs.
Cody or Corey. I keep
One of those.
Yeah, I keep saying Cody because
Cody.
Yeah.
Even I got it the first
me?
time.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Yeah. So make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube. Like us on. Eventually, this is gonna be on iTunes. I keep working on it slowly. There's it's apparently iTunes is very complicated to get onto. It's not as easy as it seems.
Yeah.
But yes, like us on or follow us on all our social media links so you can stay in the know when we have a new episode out or have some news to announce, because we're actually working on some secret stuff during the summer that people might be interested in.
We are?
Yes.
Oh, it's so secret even I don't know about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Laters.
So, later.